pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another podcast to talk about our favorite team, the Arizona Cardinals. Huge shout out to the people that are currently in the chat. We got Mace, we got John, we got Ryan, we got Joey, we got Martin, Chris F, Chef in the house again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Do me a huge favor, smack up the like button here on your way in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fully in the whole training camp season right now. We're seeing multiple videos surface about obviously Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr.'s connection. We're seeing some defensive masterpieces coming out here. So appreciate y'all for rocking with me up and foremost. And overall, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a fun season. I'm glad football's back, man. I'm glad football's back. We got a lot to dive into today, and I want to go ahead and put this disclaimer out. I am fully aware that this is day 3 of training camp. I'm fully aware of that, right? And I know there's going to be people out there after this video going to the comments and saying, "Oh man, my mic is too hard on these guys." No, it's the assessment of what we've seen in day 2 of training camp, right? That's what we do every single day we go. We're probably gonna have a completely different, assessment of what happened during that day, right? And I know there's some people in my comments when I put my last video out saying that I was just really too hard on them, right? I was too hard on the offense. It's day 1. I get it. It's day 1, but it's still, if you want to get better, if you want to learn, if you want to get the expectations up to the level that we want to be a playoff team, these are the little things you got to get better at, right? So I'm excited about day 3 of training camp. I really want to kind of get my eyes on the offense to see exactly what they learned from day 2 going into day 3. Another kind of announcement real quick. I will be going out of town for a total of 4 days, so I will not be covering training camp within those 4 days, but we are going to be up and rolling at the second part of next week. Whenever they do have any training camps, we will be going to them, but obviously family over everything. I got some family things to go ahead and do. I got my daughter's birthday coming up, so we're going to be celebrating her. So there's going to be a little bit of time where we are not going to have some content, unless it's breaking news, and I will be doing it when I am out of the state, right? So just FYI, if you need to know, there's going to be a kind of a separation between content because I won't be in my studio. So just FYI. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. We got a lot to dive into today. We are going to be recapping day 2 of training camp. And overall, I am pretty darn excited of this regular season coming around. And I'm actually kind of excited about, preseason too. I'm not going to lie to you. And I know I said this last year and a couple years back, but this regime does a really good job in really allowing this young core to really come out here to develop, to really kind of come out here and, show their worth. We've heard we've heard Jonathan Gannon come out and say that, there's still competition going on. There's still competition going on, ladies and gentlemen. Like, there's still a lot of open holes amongst this team, and I truly believe it. I don't think it's lip service. I do believe he really believes that. I think that middle linebacker is up for grabs. I think that wide receiver number 3 position is up for grabs with Dortch and Weaver and the other guys there as well. I also do believe that maybe we might see something different in the cornerback room, right? We got a lot of young talent back there, but at the end of the day, we really got to take a look to see what happens here in training camp and preseason as well, and it's going to be very, very exciting to see here. Here we go. Starting off with the banger, we got $5 donation coming from my guy, Mace. What's up, Mace? Appreciate the super chat.
Another one.
Absolutely love it. He says this: "I'm so excited for those new jerseys. I think they are going to be so good because of the desert tan color. Saw your training camp video too. Absolutely appreciate you, Mace, up and foremost. I'm excited as well. If you guys did not know, I did release a short earlier this morning. We finally got the day of when these Nike rivalry jerseys are going to be appearing. And guess what? It's going to be at the end of next month on August 28th of 2025. We're going to be getting what they look like. I'm hoping that they're going to get a brand new helmet because there's a spot right here. There's an empty spot right here in my case right here that I'm going to be able to buy one of those replica helmets and put them right there. So I'm super excited as well. If you guys are not aware, yes, they are coming out. Those Nike rivalry jerseys are coming out that we can finally see them on the 28th of August. So let's go. It's going to get us pumped up for obviously the regular season, but We're gonna get some content coming your way, man. We're gonna get some content. There's some people that are still not in football mode. Like they know that it's happening, but they're not still like fully in football mode. Only the crazies, right? Only the crazies like us in the chat right now are really, really excited about football and watching training camp and all that different stuff. So appreciate y'all. Appreciate the super chat, Mace. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and keep going. Let's dive into this. We got a lot to talk about. I want to dive into what we've seen, what I liked, what I didn't like, what I want to see today. And we're also going to be diving into, obviously, there was a big scare that ended up happening in this last day of training camp, which was yesterday. J.J. Russell, linebacker for the Arizona Cardinals, went down with a very scary collision. And if you weren't there, I can't even describe how loud that collision was. Like it was to the point where after it happened, it almost kind of felt like everybody gasped. Everybody in the stadium was like, "Whoa!" And Keaton Crawford bounced right back up, but JJ Russell didn't. And it was scary. It really was. It was really scary. Like you could hear a pin drop how quiet it was in there because people were truly concerned that, is this guy okay? He was laying face down for, I kid you not, 5 to 7 seconds, just face down, no movement. No movement at all until finally the trainers, which I feel like they got out there really quickly, the training staff. Congratulations to them and kudos to them on how fast they responded. Once they realized that, oh man, he's not getting up, we got to go and see what's going on. They rushed to him. They brought out the cart. He was able to move his extremities. So overall, we did get an update from JJ Russell in terms of what's happening. So I'm actually really excited about this. 19 hours ago, we had the Arizona Cardinals come out and actually obviously provide us that he ended up taking him to the hospital. 4 hours later, they ended up coming out and saying that the update on JJ Russell is all tests were negative. He's been released from the hospital and has rejoined the team at training camp. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Like I said, it was scary. It really was. It was an absolute scare, and a lot of people were really worried about him. He wasn't moving for the first 5 or 7 seconds until the training staff came up and obviously brought the card out. He was able to move his extremities, as you can tell here in the bottom part of the original tweet. So love to hear it. I love that he is going to be okay, and he's now joining his team. The linebacking core is going to be one of those that are really going to be something you have to keep your eye on as well, because we don't know, man. There's just a lot of unknown when it comes down to that middle linebacking core. The only really shoe-in is going to be Mac Wilson Sr., in my opinion. He's probably going to be more of a Mike linebacker. I'm sorry, more of a Will linebacker than a Mike. So that's going to be a very interesting battle that we're going to be seeing here today, right? It's another one that I'm really excited to see what we're going to see today. But let's dive right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about what I want to see or what I liked, what I didn't like, right? All those different things. Let's go and first start off with the defense. Man, the defense came out and they played. They came out and they absolutely played. Like, now, I don't think this is something that this is only specifically to the Arizona Cardinals. Like, usually the defense is a lot better than the offense in the first few days. Like, that usually is what happens. But there were some plays that were made by the defense that you're just like, man, let's freaking go. Mac Wilson Sr. was flying up and down the field. It almost kind of felt like the penetration that ended up happening for the defensive line completely out physical the offensive line like so many different times. Like it was absolutely nuts. And I want to go ahead and share my screen real quick. And shout out here to Tyler Drake of Arizona Sports for catching this clip. But Starling Thomas the fifth, or Star Thomas, Star, right? Star Thomas the fifth. He ended up making a crazy, amazing play. But this is the type of juice, right? Juice that you're seeing from this Arizona Cardinal defense. And like I said, I'm going to share my screen here real quick so we can all be on the same page. This is the what I wanted to show you guys. Watch this freaking play here real quick. Let me turn this down. So shout out here to Tyler Drake. He's the one that actually put this out. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Now we're kind of sitting in this weird position. Here we go. Let's just keep it like this. This is it. This is the play that I wanted to show you guys. Just the pursuit, the energy that they're playing with. Look, Kyler Murray pumps, rolls out to the right, throws it, and completely just right there, man. Star Thomas is very underrated when it comes down to these like DBs that we have. And I know a lot of people want to kind of throw in that it's going to be Will Johnson. I don't know, man. I don't know. It might be it might be Star Thomas, Max Melton, and Garrett Williams being your 1, 2, 3. That's a real possibility that what we might be seeing here. Like, it's crazy, man. It really is. It's really, really crazy. But yeah, the defense absolutely played with juice. They were fully engaged. They were excited to be there. That football was back. Everybody was up in arms that the defensive side of the ball was absolutely harassing the offense. Like I only feel like the offense made plays when it was 7-on-7s. Like I feel like that's really when the offense made plays because when it was on the 11-on-11s, Kyler really didn't have much time to do anything, or he was kind of, I don't know, not really making the best throw or checking it down. But the defense, man, this is, if there's one thing you could take away from training camp so far in the day one of the fans being there, is that the defense showed out. And you should be really, really excited at what this team could accomplish. And I've said this before, like if we were an 8-win team with a not great defense, imagine the upgrades that we gotten this year, right? Imagine the upgrades that we gotten this year. Calais, Dalvin, Darius going into his year 2. Not an upgrade, but he's back for the full year, right? And I mean, not an upgrade, like, because he's not a new addition, I was trying to say, right? He's an upgrade. We're going to have him all year, but he's not a new addition. But all the new additions that we ended up bringing in, it's night and day, right? I'm excited about what Akeem Davis Gaither can do for us. We don't 100% know exactly what he's going to do, but I'm excited about what he's going to do there. But we'll see. I still do think it's an open competition. But with what we've seen for the cornerbacks, Max Melton, Starling Thomas V, and Garrett Williams seems to be those number 1, 2, and 3 guys. Now, will Will Johnson get more reps and kind of get eased into it? Maybe. He could still very well be corner number 1 for the Cardinals. But as of right now, that seems to be what we're seeing on the field right now. And the defense is definitely dominating the offense. And I want to see some changes in this next day. I want to see the offense get more big explosive plays, because I feel like when the explosive plays were happening, they were when the second string was on the field. I'm gonna be real here. I feel like Jacoby Brissett played pretty solid. There was a really good throw. What was that throw? I think it was Simi Fehoko, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Fehoko that ended up making a really good catch. It was one of the second or third strings. Like that was probably a nice explosive play that ended up happening on the offensive side of the ball. But the offense has work to do, right? They have work to do. Now, like I said, unfortunately, I have to put a disclaimer because I know there's some people out there that are going to be like, oh my God, it's day one and you're complaining. It's not that I'm complaining, it's that we're assessing what happened in day one, right? Or day two, right? That's what we're doing right now. We're assessing what happened. So I'm not, complaining. I'm just coming out here and providing you what we've seen. If anybody came out and told you that the offense looks great, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. Now, one thing that we can say is that the offense, Kyler and Trey McBride, are going to continue to have that great connection with each other. That's one thing I can tell you, that those guys are going to have the great connection together. They are. They're going to have a great connection. Now, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler, it's obvious that there were some plays that were made for Marvin. Some were made, some weren't. But I need to see more explosive plays. I need to see more plays that can get me to say, okay, this miscommunication is now starting to kind of get going and now starting to click. Because there was another throw that was a little behind Marvin Harrison Jr. on a drag route. And here's the thing, like, we always talk about this, right? We always talk about the plays that need to be made up the middle, whether it's a slant, whether it's a quick dig or just a regular drag route, right? Sometimes Kyler Murray doesn't see those plays. Now, it's not a knock on, height, or not a height joke or anything like that, but there is a real opportunity there for the Cardinals to make more plays up the middle of the field, right? In the intermediate, like between the hashes, right? But between the first down. There's a lot of plays that could be made right there. It's just, unfortunately, it's not being made. Now, another thing that I want to see is I want to see more deep shots, more deep attempts. Now, I get it. We know how training camp is. If Kyler Murray gets picked off by Garrett Williams, or if Kyler Murray gets picked off by Max Melton or Starling Thomas V, or maybe even Will Johnson, I know there's going to be people on X and Twitter or Instagram saying things like, oh man, he's cooked, right? He's not good. But like, in order for you to get better on those type of plays, this is where you need to get those reps going. Who cares if it ends up an interception? I mean, who cares? I mean, unless it's like 3 or 4 interceptions, then we care, right? Then it's one of those things that, oh man, this looks bad, right? Then we care. But if it's like in an interception because you're trying to make a play during training camp to get the rhythm, to try to get the chemistry down, I think we can all kind of say to ourselves, hey, like it's fine, right? We'll take it. We'll take the mulligan. We try to make the attempt, but the offense has work to do. Absolutely, the offense has work to do, and that's one thing I'm really excited to see what happens today. Now, I am going to be missing some training camp. I know there's some people that kind of trickled in a little later on as well. I will be missing some training camp. I will be going out of town for a total of 4 days. On that 5th day, I do have my daughter's birthday that we're going to be celebrating here. So obviously, family above all. You're probably not going to get content for those days because I will not be in training camp. But once we come back, I will be trying to attend those specific days to kind of keep you guys in the loop and what's going on. But follow me on all my social media pages. There's a lot of great people that are boots on the ground that do this every single day. I'll be sharing what they have, right? I'll be sharing what they see as well. So overall, really excited about it. I want to see some upgrades here on the offensive side of the ball. I want to see some more deep shots. I want to see some more intermediate throws. You know, outside the first down as well as in the inside of the first down. And those 11 on 11s are really crucial reps. Like those are real crucial reps. I think the second string team offensively did pretty solid. I'm not saying they're great, but I'm excited about what Jacoby Brissett can do as a backup quarterback. Like I think he's one of the best backup quarterbacks we actually had. He could play. This guy can ball. He can absolute ball. So I'm really excited about that. Let's take a look at a couple comments here. We got my guy Steve in the chat saying, no risk it, no biscuit. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Follow suit with Bruce Arians here. No risk it, no biscuit. Love to see it. Brian in the chat says, K1 either balls out or he's done. Win for the fans. We also got Juan in the chat saying K1 got injured in his first 2 of the rebuild and the team was garbage. Biscuit. What's my guy Javi saying here in the chat? What is your opinion? Should Gannon be on the hot seat? Remember, his fault or not, he's 12-22 in my opinion. He should be. Remember, Cliff, we expect the results from year 3. No excuses for Gannon. I mean, here's the thing. I want to see what happens in year 3, right? Right now, I think it's way too early for me to even think about that. My mind is positivity right now, and I'm really hoping that the Arizona Cardinals can get on the, in the positive trajectory to be better. I don't want to put the bad juju or bad ether out there that if this happens, I don't want to see this, right? I want to try to think positivity. I'm trying to say to myself that if, like this is going to be a good season. Like at least that's what I'm trying to put my mind space in. But if this season doesn't turn out the way that we want it to, right? Like if it goes sideways, then we can have that conversation a little later on in the season. But right now, my mind is just positivity, right? But you're not the only one that feels like that, though, Javier. You're not the only one. I have seen some articles out there saying that Jonathan Gannon should be in the hot seat. Do I agree with them? I mean, right now, no. I mean, we're just barely going into training camp, but you're right. It's a NFL, some people say it stands for not for long league, right? And even JG made that joke too. NFL stands for not for long league. He knows that this is a must-win season. He knows it. He knows expectations, right? Sometimes he sounds nonchalant. Sometimes he sounds like he talks in circles, but he knows what expectations are in front of him. You got a franchise quarterback that you're paying over $200 million, is easily top 10, top 11, most highest paid quarterback in the league right now. It's win mode right now. He knows. So right now, I don't want to comment. I want to see what happens in the season. The first part of the season, schedule-wise, is really, really winnable for us to stack wins. Second half, a little tough, but let's see what happens here. Overall, like I said before, the offense definitely has got work to do. I need him to not look so clunky. I know there was 3 plays on the 11-11s that I ended up pointing out. And it's funny because on X and Twitter, somebody came out and said, oh, why am I trying to spread a false narrative out there? I'm like, I'm not. Like this is real-time updates that I'm seeing here on training camp. Now, maybe I should have been a little bit more specific. Maybe I should have said in the first drive on the 11-on-11s, this is what we saw. Yeah, I probably should have been a little bit more specific. That's on me. That's a learning experience for me. But I ended up putting a tweet during training camp. I said, the Arizona Cardinals first-string offense looks clunky. Potential interception on a screenplay that looked to be developing really, really slowly. Mac Wilson Sr. caught it real quickly. batted it down. Could have potentially been an interception, but batted it down. Botch snap happened during an 11-11s, and then Kyler Murray missed throw to Marvin, right? And then somebody was like, "Oh, you're trying to spell." No, it's not Spartan. I'm not trying to spread some false narrative. No, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, right? Telling you what I'm seeing. If the Cardinals comes out offensively and balls out today, I will say that. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things that people feel like I got this bad negative over. No, I want this team to succeed. That's number one, up and foremost. If I see the offense do good and start clicking, then we will say otherwise. But overall, the Arizona Cardinals' best play the Arizona Cardinals has done yesterday was probably the throw on 7-on-7s. I want to be very clear. It's 7-on-7s. It wasn't 11-on-11s or anything like that. It was on 7-on-7s where Kyler Murray throws the ball over to Marvin Harrison Jr., right? This play right here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Where is it at? Here we go. This play right here. This is the best play that ended up happening. Now, I already seen the comments out there. Everybody here in the chat, let me know what you think of this throw. Let me know what you think, because the most negative thing I've seen was that Kyler Murray should have thrown Marvin Harrison Jr. in stride. That's what most people are saying here in these comments, that it's not a good throw. Although I said Kyler Murray to Marvin Harrison Jr.'s the best throw, right? The best throw all day, right? Or I guess, best Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr. throw all day, right? That's positivity for you, right? But in the comments, people were saying he should have thrown him in stride. Now, a lot of people also noted that Marvin goes in motion. Look at that. There's motion. Look at that. There's motion from your number one wide receiver. You love to see it. That's creativity. That's creativity from your offensive coordinator, Andrew Petzing. Love to see it, right? So what is your thoughts? Because there are some people in these comments saying that this is not a good throw, Mike. This is not a good throw. And I'm like, hey, it's a connection. This is probably a better catch than throw, in my opinion, but it was made, right? So I'm curious to figure out what your guys' mindset is, right? Where do you guys stand in this whole situation? Do you believe those Twitter peeps or those X? Because it's not just an X on Twitter, it's even on Instagram too. The people on Instagram said the same thing as well, that it should have been a throw that was in stride, that he should have took it to the house. That should have been an easy touchdown, because he does burn that cornerback. He burns that cornerback, no doubt. No, I'm sorry, it's not even a cornerback. It's safety Jalen Thompson. That's who it is. Number 34. He burns him. He goes on a completely different speed, and he could have potentially burned him if it was a throw that was quote unquote in stride, right? To be honest with you, I thought it was good at the time, but I see where people are coming from, right? John said it's all good. Brandon said Marvin had to slow down if he threw that in front. That's a TD. Terry in the chat says not a good pass. Luckily, it was completed. Okay. Robert in the chat, some people don't appreciate honesty. Okay. Brandon in the chat says underthrown big time. Okay. All right, see? And that's the thing. I love the opinions. Because to me, when I first had that initial reaction, I was like, let's freaking go. Let's go. Until people were actually starting to comment. And I actually really saw it a few different times. I'm like, oh, snap. That could have been a nice. And then the motion of Marvin Harrison Jr. was pretty amazing as well. So, offensively, I want to see a little bit more. And not just the 7-on-7s. No, I want to see more from this offense. The defense has already shown me. The offense is now time to put up or shut up, right? It's now time to put up or shut up here for the offense. Not so much put up or shut up, but you know what I mean. It's time to see it, right? We do got another super chat coming in here. Mace with another one. Appreciate you. Saw you at training camp too. Wanted to say hi. Oh, snap. Well, yeah, if you do see me by any chance, definitely feel free to say hi. Like I said, I'm usually more than not busy, right? I do a lot of recording. I usually do have my headphones on because I like to because I go by myself, right? I go by myself. I'm usually like a ninja. There's a lot of people that said that they didn't see me. I'm usually in and out. I don't stick around for signatures. I do maybe the first day. Yesterday was the first day I didn't, but usually I'm in and out, right? I go, I see what I want to see, and then I head out. like to beat traffic, right? So yeah, next time you see me, definitely say hi for sure. Appreciate the super chat. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be one of those things that I want to see this time around, right? I want to see him around. I want to see this offense start clicking in this next day, which is going to be today. Now, I did end up making a list on things I want to see in day 3, right? I did make one of the chats is like a ninja. Yeah, I'm like a ninja, man. I'm in and out. Some people don't even see me. I'm just go in, get out. Absolutely. I did make a list here on the things I want to see in day 3. You do got some pictures right there because there is going to be some big storylines, obviously, that we're going to be noting and really kind of keeping our eyes on. Number 1, offense looks cleaner, primarily on 11 on 11s. 7 on 7s, like I said, I feel like we're good, but like it's the pressure that you're trying to recreate in a regular game, right? That's what you're trying to recreate in a regular season or heck, even preseason. We might not see Kyler in preseason, which I'm cool with. That's fine. But that's what you want to kind of recreate, right? So the 11 on 11s is what's more important than 7 on 7s. But of course, it's always a nice highlight reel to see those 7 on 7s, right? So number 1, offense looks cleaner. I want to see some more plays. I would love to see more explosive plays, especially down the field, because that was a big headache last year for the Cardinals in the second half of the season. Seems like that really couldn't work. Like, it's unfortunate. Number 2, wide receiver number 3 competition. I've seen both guys that I'm really high on to win that role. Greg Dortch and Xavier Weaver both drop a ball. Greg Dortch dropped the ball, and then Xavier Weaver got hit pretty good, and the ball dropped as well. So that wide receiver number 3 role can very well be an open competition to maybe even the guys that I thought, right, are going to make it. That maybe they don't, right? I don't know what happened. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry about that. Graphic at the back came up. But yeah, so I want to see that. I also want to see the defense keep killing it. Keep playing with how you're playing, doing a good job. And then motion, right? More creativity on the offense. The motion, I call that creativity. I would love to see that a little bit more. Yeah, Juan in the chat says Xavier Weaver looked not so good. I agree with that. I agree. Motion is low. Man, I love these comments, man. Sometimes y'all in the comments, bro. It's funny. But yeah, this is what I want to see, right? This is what I'm really going to be paying attention to. So motion, creativity for Petsing. Open up the playbook a little bit more. Show us some more. You know how to open up your playbook more to get these big time plays, because we know run game is going to be good. We know it, right? We saw Mario McCardo, and I believe he was in the second strings, if I'm not mistaken. He had a really good run. Now, granted, they can't really tackle, so it's really hard to decide if he could have got taken down or if he not get taken down. They can't tackle right now, and they don't got the pads on. So it's really hard, but we know that this run game is going to be one of the best, right? We know that. So it's the passing game that I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing if it gets better, right? So again, this are the things that I want to see here in day 3. Offense looks cleaner. Wide receiver number 3 competition. I still do think it's wide open. I agree. Xavier Weaver did not look great yesterday at all. Greg Dortch, of course, he's probably going to be that number 1 slot receiver for the Cardinals, but he also dropped the ball as well. But he definitely seems to be the most ready right now, or at least that small sample size that we've seen. Defense keeps killing it. I ended up putting Starling Thomas the 5th right there in the picture because he made that great play a little earlier. Love it. And then, of course, Drew Petzing. Motion. Robert in the chat says, Petzing, don't know motion. Well, we got to get that motion going. We got to. Mace in the chat. What's up, Mace? Walter Nolan was signing all the autographs too. It was awesome. Yeah, I saw a few different pictures with people with Walter Nolan. Definitely seemed to be very, very heavily involved, and that's great, man. Honestly, like that's really cool. That like to take on that role of like, hey, yeah, I got time, right? I got time to do this. It's really cool. It's really cool. Let's keep it with the comments. John in the chat says, I think we got to remember that training camp is the time to make mistakes and learn from them and not freak out over the little things. This is true. This is true. And that's why I'm saying it's okay to make those mistakes, right? Like a lot of times you'll see headlines. Like right now, I feel like the NFL is really bashing on Caleb Williams, right? They're really bashing on him because he's like thrown 3 interceptions and has looked really skittish, has not looked really good, especially when you're the first overall pick and you have the second overall pick in Jaden Daniels looking great. Of course, you're going to always have somebody comparing to you all the time, right? But I want to see the risk. I want to see the risk. And you're right. I think that if Kyler Murray did throw an interception, throwing the ball and trying to get this rhythm down, I wouldn't crucify him. Of course, I would be like, man, crazy play made by Starling Thomas or Buda Baker or Garrett Williams, Max Melton getting interception on Kyler. Of course, people will make a big deal of it, right? Of course. But my narrative wouldn't be, oh, Kyler Murray's washed, right? Unless it's like, every single throw he's made was intercepted. Then I'm going to be worried, right? Then I'm going to be worried because you don't want to see that, right? You don't want to see that. I'm okay with the risk. I'm okay with him attempting it. Absolutely. I feel like this is the time to do it because the stats don't matter right now. It doesn't matter right now. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm saying it's okay. Take a shot. Take a shot. Let me show you. I think it was Simi Fehoko, if I'm not mistaken. But the Arizona Cardinals on Instagram, they ended up putting out it was a video for. Here we go. Let me just make sure. Yeah, this is it right here. Yeah, this is it. Let me show you. Let me share my screen real quick. Let me share my screen. This is the video I wanted to show you. This is Simi Fehoko catching a really good throw. Share screen. There we go. Yep. Hey, maybe he might be number 3. Maybe he might be. And look at that's Jacoby. That's Jacoby Brissett. Look at that. Look at that throw. That's why I'm saying these second stringers, they actually were holding it down. They were like, here's the thing too. Look at that's Tyjon Palmer right there, number 83. Number 83 right there. That's Tyjon Palmer. He's running with the second stringers, and he was cut last year. While Xavier Weaver made the team, and now I think Xavier Weaver is running with 3s. I got to figure out if that's still happening this game or this today. But yeah, that's a good throw, man. Good throw by Jacoby. That's what I want to see from Kyler. That's what I want to see from Kyler. And I'm not sitting here saying that Jacoby Brissett needs to be our quarterback. No, not saying that. I'm just saying that I would love to see more explosive plays in training camp. This is a time where you can make the mistakes. Some people will crucify you, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, as long as you made the attempt, I think a lot of us will be really excited. Really excited. So let's take a look what the chat is saying here. We got Dylan in the chat. What's up, Dylan? Petzing should have been fired. Mistakes that will cost us. No, I don't think so. I don't think Petzing should have been fired. I don't think so. I'm probably one of the very few that feels that way, but it's okay. I don't think he should have been fired. I think it's going to be a big year for him, as well as everybody else. Because if we get somebody else, and then the new excuse would be like, "Oh man, well he's still barely learning the offense." Like, no. Terry in the chat says they just can't make the mistakes by week 3. You're talking about the regular season? Fair. Dakota says, we have breaking news. New Justin. Did he? Oh, congratulations. Justin Pugh just retired. All right. Former Arizona Cardinal, Justin Pugh. Calling. Awesome. Congrats. I like Justin Pugh. It was good. Kyler needs to stop hesitating. I mean, that's like I said, that's one thing I want to see this today. I want to see that today. I want to see Kyler. I mean, I guess the happy feet are always going to happen. You know, he's going into his year 7. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of that. I think that's just the way he does things. So as long as he makes these plays that Jacoby was making, I'm okay with. Petzing can stay for now, but he's on. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Last year, no. This year, yes. 100%. I think it's going to be one of those things that if the offense doesn't work, we might see an overhaul. We might see an overhaul, right? So you got to prepare yourself for that. We want success. That's what we're looking for. Success for the Arizona Cardinals in the 2025 season. If we don't get success, it could be a lot of uncomfortable conversations happening heading into 2026. And I know I said that last year as well, but at the end of the day, it's Monty Ossenfort's decision, right? It's JG's decision. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Robert in the chat says, if the offense doesn't work out, fire Petzing quickly. I'm curious to figure out if he would ever be a guy that gets fired midway through the season. I doubt it. I don't think the Cardinals are going to be that bad. I don't think they're going to be that bad. Some people think the Cardinals are going to be that bad. I don't. I think the Cardinals are going to be good. But of course, I always think the Cardinals are going to be good. So, take that for what it's worth. So, yeah, we'll see. Success and not suck. Fair. Success. Yeah. Success. Not suck. Yeah, you're right. 100%. I'm done with Kyler, Miss Kurt, and Carson. Carson and Kurt were definitely top two. Arizona Cardinals quarterbacks, no doubt. Arizona Cardinals, right? I don't want people to start talking about Chicago Cardinals or St. Louis Cardinals. A, I wasn't born. And B, I'm talking about the Arizona Cardinals. They definitely were the top two best quarterbacks the Cardinals have had. Arizona Cardinals have had, for sure, no doubt. Mike, I was watching the replay yesterday and I was laughing because you said the defense helps you sleep better at night, but I totally agree. Sometimes I don't know what I would say, so maybe yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was saying. Yeah. Because for the yes, I agree. Yeah, they do. They do. In 2025, yes. I wouldn't say that in 2024, but yeah, in 2025, heck, 100%. Yeah, it's gonna help me sleep better, and because this defense is ready to go as long as we can stay healthy for sure. Should nah. It seems like Christian Wilkins. Like I feel like if the Cardinals went after him, it's gonna be one of those experiences that we've got with Terrell Suggs, and I'm not for that. Nah, I'm not for. At one point, I wanted Christian Wilkins. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted Christian Wilkins. I'm glad Monty Allsport didn't go after him because that would have been a big payday for him that they might not have done what the Raiders have done, and we would be stuck with them. So I guess there's a lot of that the Raiders ended up doing that because they did save some money. But the whole situation that happened with Kristen Wilkins, I don't want to. Nah, I don't want to touch it with a 6-foot pole. Honestly, I'm okay with what we got. I have faith that we are going to be seeing Walter Nolan. I think we're going to be okay. But overall, let's see. Let's see what happens. Keep it with the comments, y'all. Keep it with the comments. Wilkins is not here. Yes, 100%. Yeah. So if you sign him, you don't even know when he's coming back. Exactly. So it's a risk. It's a risk, right? Every day is closer to 1-0. Love to see it. Chill peasy. Ivan in the chat. What's up, man? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're close, man. We're close. We're starting off the season with back-to-back NFC South games, which could work out to the favor of the Cardinals. I get it. We're usually not good with the Panthers, but here's our time. Here's our time. There's a lot of people that have a lot of faith in the Panthers. Like, I'm not sure if it's because it's probably because the end part of the season, he now finally has a number one wide receiver, a young one, right, in McMillan. But, yeah, Cardinals starting off the Saints, and then the Panthers, and then the 49ers. I hope we start off 2-0. That's all I can say. I hope we start off 2-0. Let's read 2 more comments, and then we'll be closing up shop. Appreciate y'all for being here up and foremost. We will be going over to training camp today. But if you don't catch me, sorry. Ninja. I mean, I'm in and out. I come from the rafters. That's what I come. What if Jacoby Brissett takes first quarterback from Kyler, plus takes us to the Super Bowl? Yeesh! Goodness gracious. Shadow wants to start off with the Heat conversation. I don't think there's ever going to be a world where Jacoby Brissett beats out Kyler Murray because of Kyler Murray is better than Jacoby and what he can do, right? Athletically, the ability of what he can do, we all still kind of have that in our heads, right? I love Jacoby. I think Jacoby's probably the very first quarterback that can give Kyler Murray some sort of real competition. Seriously. Do I think he's going to beat Kyler Murray out? Most likely not, right? I don't think he's going to. But I mean, I do have confidence that he can win games if Kyler Murray needs to sit out a game or two, right? We're very fortunate that last year Kyler Murray was able to stay healthy. But if he wants to use his legs more, there is going to be, well, you got to keep your mind open to the thought that there might be some sort of injury that happens because Kyler Murray is not the biggest guy, and when he's outside the pocket, things can get erratic, right? Let's keep it with the chat. Our new rivalry unis going? Yes, they are. 100%. Yep, they are going to be on the Seattle Seahawks game Thursday Night Football. Yep, and we are going to see what it looks like in the end of August. I think it's August 28th, if I'm not mistaken. Adrian in the chat says 30 points blowout against the Saints. Yeah, it's the Saints. I don't think the Saints are going to be good, man. I don't think the Saints are going to be good. It's a good chance for the Cardinals to go out to start, right? To come out here and start. Like, I'm excited. I really am. I'm really, really excited. 2 more comments and we'll be closing up shop. I know I said that earlier, but yes, 2 more comments and we'll be closing up shop. Appreciate you guys for being here up and foremost. Absolutely appreciate it. Chris F says that just sealed the deal about trusting Monty because I was for Wilkins and look at him now. And Monty, I agree with you. I agree. I wanted Wilkins as well. So yes, I agree. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was pretty bummed out that we didn't go after big name tags. But the thing is that year in free agency wasn't very good. It wasn't a very good free agency class. So yeah, I'll eat crow on that one. Monty, appreciate y'all. One more comment. Let's go over to Eddie. What's up, Eddie? Kyler's actually pretty stocky now. He's built like a running back. He definitely looked like he definitely added some more muscle or looks thicker for sure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, let's just hope he can stay healthy. That's it. Kyler might have more durability now. I hope so. I hope so. I absolutely do hope so. But yeah, I mean, overall, going back to what we were talking about a little earlier, these are things I want to see here in day 3. Offense looks cleaner, wide receiver. Number 3 competition. Defense keeps killing it. They've been doing good. And then motion from Petzing's play calling. Let's hope that can continue here for the Arizona Cardinals, because if it does, more excitement heading into preseason. And of course, the regular season's what we're all really excited about come September. So we're almost there. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We got over 50 of you guys here watching right now. Thank you so very much. Up and foremost, smack the like button here on your way out. Subscribe if it's your first time here. We are on the road to 17K. Cannot do it without you guys. I was hoping that we were going to hit 17K before this month ends. It's probably not going to happen, right? So another jersey giveaway will probably have to happen some other time when we have another some sort of goal. But it's okay, right? Subscribe if this is your first time here. Join the family. Smack the like button on your way out. We will be closing up shop right here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. There is going to be another open practice for the Arizona Cardinals today. I believe starts around 1:30, 1:20-ish. I believe the doors open about 10 minutes before. But overall, let's have a good time. Let's see what the Arizona Cardinals can do. I'm excited. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cardinals.